welcome into camp and hello to Jake. I was going to pitch, we're down on the South Moor. There's another Jake. I was going to pitch down there, but there was someone else pitched down there. So, luckily, I know of this spot up here, so that's handy. So, I've come up here and left him down there, but I was getting my water and he wandered over. I think he was probably coming up to say hello. So I had a chat with him for a few minutes. Very nice chat. Nice to meet some poor sod too. Bloody hell. There's no hope for humanity. But anyway, yeah, so it's 6:30. It's the sun's set. In fact, I'm surprised it's even this light, because well, it's about now. Dusk is about now. The sun set half an hour ago, but dusk is about now. So we're just going to unpack a few bits and then get settled in. Like I said, I've just got Bella on this trip. We'll kind of talk maybe more about that tomorrow another time. Unless it's fine, but I'd booked the house sitter because I was potentially hoping to do, although as it worked out, given that I couldn't get out yesterday, and it kind of worked out for the best in the end, but there was a chance I was going to do so with Andy Beavers, but he was busy, so that didn't work out, but maybe another time. But like I said, in the end, if I had have planned on doing something yesterday with him, I would have had to have probably cancelled it, and then ended up coming down here today anyway, because Mum and Dad had a bit of a funny, well, they both had funny turns yesterday. I think they're starting to get quite, especially your Mum, they're trying to get that sort of sad feeling that she could be away for much longer. Anyway, they're still around for the moment, but this is much more sleepy than normal. Anyway, we're not going to dwell on sad things. We're going to unpack, and we're going to set up and get cosy in bed in a minute. I think it's going to be a cool night. So that's everything from there. That's just waterproof in there. It's my MSR spoon they sent me. That's my influencing part done. mentioning MSR. Oh, hang on, I've got to go. Ooh, definitely. I'm sure I put my bit of plastic in. Did I put it talking? I don't remember taking it out. But yeah, there it is. So yeah. So that's handy to go by the door if I want to kneel to get in and out. We're going to see where Bella is as well in a minute. I've got water. the plan tomorrow is that we will pack up. I haven't brought my chair, so we will pack up and head over to Dartmoor area. I've got Bella's bag. She does seem to use it. So I'll peg that out in a minute. Put some pegs there. I think I need to get some air into. If I say, I was thinking of, you know, if we're going to pump some air in here. If I say pump air to Paraton, does anyone know what comedy film or what actor says? I think he obviously says it better than I do. But what film and comedy an actor says pump air to Paraton? Something like that. I'll show my age bit maybe with them. All right. I'm gonna blow up my doll. Don't think you'll be able to see it too well, but just down there is Jake and his Lanshan. But yeah, that's sun setting down over there, Dartmoor up there. But yeah, it's definitely getting quite cool up here now, because of course it's going to be a clear night. We're supposed to be getting some sun over the next few days, so hopefully we get some decent weather for once. And this is our little abode. Well, good morning. It's early. I'm going to have a quick tea and I'm going to put my head back down again in a minute. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. But I just woke up and it's yeah, it's 20 to 7. But I was a little bit cool, not too cold, but a little bit cool. And I was kind of sort of thinking, well, it's not that surprising because it's, you know, it's a clear sky, so it's probably anyway. I don't know how easy it is to see this, but that's a little bit of ice in there, and I'm not saying it was oh, Tony's saying it's subarctic, freezing. I'm just saying there was a little bit of ice. I just wanted to show you my little bit of ice. Because it will start warming up soon and my little bit of ice will slowly die. Oh, poor ice. Tony. Oh, the dog bowl's frozen too. I tied Bella up to the thing last night. I think she slept all the way through. Oh, so yeah, it was a chilly one. It was a chilly willy last night. Yeah, it was a chilly one last night, but my God, did I sleep well. Bloody hell. I think I must have put my head down at 11. And apart from maybe the last hour when I was a little bit tired and maybe I should have exerted myself to put my coat on. I say maybe the last hour because I didn't look at my time or anything, so I don't have any factual evidence to back that up. But you know, recently it was it was cool. Yeah, so basically I slept through from about 11. So I think I put my head down about 11 until, you know, 7:30. It's not bad. I didn't do that at home. Anyway, we're gonna let this water boil and we will catch up soon. I might put my down jacket on. We're heading over to, I'm not sure the best way. That looks quite not very nice up there. I don't think there is a good way. I think we're just gonna have to, I think there's a what's it, a ford over here, and then I think you're kind of on your own then, just getting up there. It's quite deep. I think we're gonna have to try and get across there and then up the other side and then across Amacrum Moor and then over to Fairtor. If it was any later or I was feeling even more lazy, we might find something here, but we're gonna head on to Fairtor. She's doing okay. So I think it's kind of quite deep through there, and I think let's go that way and then around there. We're not too far from Fairtor now, just there. So okay, let's start from here. So you've got Haretor, Sharptor, Chattor, you've got Great Lynx, you've got Gunner Goat's Tors, those two little nipples there, and then Green Tor over there. So last time we just really went as far as in between the nipples and Green Tor down there, and so we've come, you know, probably twice as far this time. I wasn't too sure how much further it was, but you know, you can see it's not a million miles. It's really just one more valley over. It's not that far, but this is why I didn't want to bring Lassie, because if I'd have got her out this far and we'd have had a problem with her legs, then we would have been really stuck. She probably would be okay because she has been doing okay recently, but it's just not the way. It's not worth the risk, and I've got cover, so better safe than sorry. But Bella's doing okay. Then obviously we've got the walk back tomorrow, and we'll pretty much just go back straight, keep it as short as possible. I wouldn't, you know, obviously she's 6 months old, you know, I wouldn't walk this much every day, but I think a couple of days and then weeks and weeks of shorter walks, which is effectively what it will be at home, I think's fine. And it just gets her used to being out here. She has seen sheep and she has started to run, but she has stopped when I, admittedly, maybe not immediately, but she has stopped when I said leave it, and she has come back to me, you know, quickly enough. She hasn't done too bad. I've got, you know, I've got a lead, but I think my attitude is that I didn't bring the long lead. If I needed to bring it or needed to use it, I use it at home sometimes around the local walk. I use it around there quite a bit, and I'd probably use it in a field of sheep, because then they're like very close. That closeness, I think at the moment, would be too close. But here they tend to, you know, they're a little bit further away, so I think I can get her to listen to the leave it command before, you know, she gets beyond the point of no return, as it were. And the trouble is, with a long line, she'd come to the end of the long line, and then that would stop her, which I know that's the idea. The problem is, though, the training is part of the line, which again, in a field where where everything is close, is good. But I want her to stop when I say stop or leave it, and I want her to come back when I say come back. You know, I want her to do it of her own volition, as it were, not because she's reached the end of a line. Which, as I say, there are occasions when, you know, I do use one locally, because everything's... Bella, here! Come here! Come on. Good girl. What are you sniffing? Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Oh. Oh, good girl. No, don't jump up. Anyway, yeah, so let's get up to the top of Fairtor, find somewhere to camp. I think we'll pitch up, and then we'll go and get some water from up there. Oh, welcome into camp. Hopefully you can see my head. We're going to film setting up the Cricket on the Z8, because I really want to just try like not multiple camera use at the same time, but multiple camera use, you know, just different cameras at different situations, and then see how they line up, you know, just doing one or two simple, or half a dozen, whatever, you know, clips out here, as opposed to like 3 weeks worth, well, not 3 weeks, but, you know, like 10 days worth or several days worth. On Norway. Now, I've checked the wind and it's coming kind of south and west, so south and east, which is pretty much behind us. So hopefully round. Bella, off. Come on, off. Oh, come on. Good girl. Come on, round here. Come on, round. Right, there is absolutely no breeze at all. It's very calm. I think we'll be able to get away with a higher door. We'll try a higher door. So what we've done with the sound is I've put the DJI Mic 2 and then put a wire from the receiver to the transmitter. What am I on about? talking double Dutch as usual. I put a wire from the receiver into the camera. Now I'm going to pitch this a little bit higher today. I'll maybe try and have the back lowish and maybe that side lowish. We'll kind of see. Well, actually I could use a walking pole, couldn't I? With the poly, it's not quite so easy to get a high door. I'm just keeping an eye on what I can see in the screen. Right, let's get the, because ideally we want the back close to the ground, but I don't want it too close to the ground, that's the thing, because we want some air. That's probably good like that, because it's very sheltered here, so I'm quite happy having some this side I want lowish to the ground but not too low. This one over here on the left, I'm quite happy for this one to be although my head's going to be there, but the breeze is coming towards us, so that's okay like that. And then I think my walking pole's a bit high for that door. Let's put it there. Try that. Oh, Bella. Right, so, and don't forget you can lengthen your lines as you see fit. Alright, I think that's a pretty decent pitch there. I think this one here let's put that one there. Yep. Quite like that. Like I said, with the nylon, with the poly, it's not quite so easy to get it very, very, very tight. But that's pretty decent. That was certainly do, and we've got a nice door I've got one bit of cord for the back, but I'm not going to bother using it. And we've got plenty of pegs left. I don't need a peg for the ground sheet because that fits in fine. I'll show you putting in the ground sheet. So I like to have, this is why I like foam mats, and look how much, you probably can't see so much, but I've got so much room under here. I checked the forecast, it's supposed to get down to -3, so that's going to be interesting because my quilt is rated at 0, but I think between this and that, I think it will be okay. If there's a second person then and they're handy, then you can ask them to do this bit for you. Basically, we've put the bungee through the, we've put the bungee through the corner, and then so that's the bungee there, and then we just grab that bit of bungee there, and that goes on there. So that's the back of the ground sheet fitted. Oh, and to my friend Chris, not Townsend, let me, this is the, I've used this ground sheet a few times. This is Ron's ground sheet that everyone loves to hate. So then you take this corner and put it over that peg, and then this corner goes onto that peg, and that's your ground sheet done. I might just, if you wanted to, just, you know, pull those back, but I think, you know, it's okay in this position. You know, admittedly, you don't get the full bathtub effect. If you have the inner, then, you know, it is more efficient with that. But I mean, you know, it does give a bathtub of sorts. He loves MLD too much. He's not knocking it. It does give, you know, I mean, you know, it's not perfect, but it does the job. You know, I think the main thing is, you know, obviously if you're in a flooded camp, then you're going to be a bit stuck. I suppose what you could do, if you had a spare peg, then you could probably sort of put a peg through that and then lean, you know, kind of do something just to get that off the ground. But really, apart from, you know, just put something under it. It's really, unless you are in a flooded pitch, which I've had my fair share of, you know, and we really should avoid them really. It's not a major problem. I know some like your 6-inch, but you know, your 6 inches of bathtubs, but it's manageable. Some people probably just use a flat ground sheet anyway, so this is a step up. This is a step up from a flat ground sheet. Just have a little look around, make sure there's no one in the vicinity, but there probably isn't. And then I'll take the camera with me, and anything that's, you know, really expensive, like the tent and the sleeping bag and everything else, but you know what I mean. And then just, we need to go and get water, which is about, I don't know, half a kilometre over that way. So water's about half of a kilometre that way. Alright, so let's get this sheet, this mat here goes on top. Oh, and then there's packs all the way over there. I didn't really, I forgot I hadn't brought it. That's the camera bag, which I didn't, you know, carry it in the pack. That's basically Bella's mat, and that will go on. That will go on her waterproof bed. I need to go and get the pack. All right, let's get some bits out of here, because what we're going to have to do tomorrow is move that plate for the camera from that up to here, and I think I wanted it there, I think, or was it there? I can't remember. I'll have to put the pack back on again. So that's rubbish. That's the cooker. That's the thing. Oh, I need to have a look at the power as well and see. Mobile solar. Check out mobile solar chargers. They sent me this power bank. And they sent me that thing, solar panel. I bought that panel last year, and I got chatting with them, and they were kind of helpful and offered if I'd like, you know, to use anything else. And I am kind of curious. I don't really understand all this solar stuff, but I am kind of curious by it. I mean, obviously the sun, we kind of understand that it's to do with the sun, but there are different panels, and that one is quite heavy, so to be fair, that one I wouldn't be taking backpacking generally, but it's a 30 watt. So it's supposed to be quite powerful, so I'm kind of, you know, interested how powerful. I want the pack because I'm going to put the water in the pack. I don't need the fuel. Can stay there. I'll take that water bottle. Okay. Alright, so we'll take the pack, and then I'll obviously take the camera with me on the clip and that. So that's all I need. This can stay. We'll take the mat out. I think the next thing to do is go and get water. Well, Fair Tour's just up there, and camp is just up there, and we're going to get some water, but there's lots of these funny little pools. I don't ever remember seeing these here before. Is this something to do with the peat work things that they've been doing? Because this all looks quite managed. It's like they're trying to get water out of one hole into another hole. I mean, it's possible they've been here forever, but it looks, because you've got like sods of grass there, it looks very managed. And there was a trail or a path that went over to the water, to the little stream, but that seems to have gone. So yeah, this is definitely, I'm 99.9% sure that this is something that they've done. Comment below. Ooh, a little bit sinky. Oh. Oh, you can settle down soon, Bella. Alright, so we've got to get down to not this post here, but I think the next post, just at the bottom of the valley. And it kind of looks like we're going to pick up, maybe pick up the trail again here. But yeah, it looks like that's what they've done here. Okay, alright, well, let's go and get water and get back into camp, because it's coming up to 5 o'clock now. So we've got about, well, the sun sets in about 50 minutes. In fact, it looks like there's a path. Let's go down to that path. Yeah, so the sun sets in about 50. Unfortunately, all that work up there, I think, has to a very large degree drain this, well, drain this waterway, which is it was a reliable, because that's why I didn't carry water up with me, because it's always been a reliable flow of water. And unfortunately, they've turned the taps off, so we're going to have to go down a bit and see if we can get some flowing water. I forgot to show you, but there is a little bit of flowing water just down there. So we grab water. Now we've got obviously the stream goes down there, but we don't need to go that way because we want to go that way, so we may as well kind of go along the edge here a bit. You can tell it's definitely quite cool. There's some frost in places. Definitely going to cool down soon. It'll be interesting to see actually whether there's a little waterway or a stream that comes down here from those pool things. Well, if we stay down here, we might see something, if there is any, because there is a sort of a valley that goes down through there. What we're going to have this evening is homemade bolognese. So that's the bolognese, and then bought pasta. So we're heating up water and basically just tip the whole lot in. That's that's steamed everything up. The pasta will hydrate much quicker because it's like quick hydrating pasta. It's almost coming to the boil. I'll just let it boil. I just let it start bubbling, and then I'll blow it out if it doesn't go out. I think we're just getting a couple of bubbles coming through there. So what I do is I blow it out when it's very, very hot, virtually boiling. Put the lid on, leave it about 5 or 10 minutes, and then after you know, 5 or 10 minutes, I'll put the fire on again. I'll light it again and just let the flame go just for like 30 seconds, a minute. It's really just to warm it back up again, just to help the hydration process. There's the little one settled down there. It is dinner served. I turned it on again for, oh, I don't know, 30 seconds, a minute, not very long. I don't want it burning. It's just to get some warmth back in, just to help dehydration again. Sorry, to help the hydration. Alright, well, I'm going to have that. Carry on with the old man. That's me. And we'll either catch up later or in the morning.